What's up, guys? More Medic One here, and today we have a Stihl 4 mix on the bench once again. This is the FS 111. This is the newest version of the 4 mix, and let me tell you, they are plagued with issues. Simple, easy fixes, but they're still issues. Uh, Today we're going to go over the fuel system and how to easily, in my opinion, diagnose the fuel system on one of these, especially the fuel supply lines. Let me show you what I found. Now, I've already blown this carburetor kind of off a little bit with some compressed air. I just wanted to show you guys, if your carburetor all around this area is just covered with grass and dirt and debris, and it's wet, then you know without a shadow of doubt that you've got a fuel leak. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take a length of fuel line and I'm going to plug it in to the vent on this trimmer. Just slide you a piece of fuel line right over that vent right there. And guys, I know that you are all the time asking me where I got the pressure and vacuum gauge. I've got one of these exactly like this at the More Medic One shop. This one's made by LTR. The one that I have is made by Power Probe. So whoever makes these must make them for a lot of different companies. But in the link below, and I'm going to pin the comments where you can get your own vacuum and pressure gauge. Hook the end of your gauge right to your test fuel line. So you're going to have the pressure gauge, and then you're just going to stick it over the test piece here, and then we're going to pressure up the gas tank. Alrighty, I'm going to pressure this up just a little bit. Kind of pay attention, kind of right in here. So I'm going to start adding pressure to the tank. Oh, we already got a leak. Look at there. Pump it up a little more. We actually have a pinhole that's visible with this diagnostic process. Now, you may not see it that predominant when it's just working under normal operating conditions, because your tank's not going to have 5 psi in there unless you just let this sucker sit out in the sun all day. But there is a pinhole in that fuel line, probably sucking air and making this thing run like poo-poo. Alright, so it's super obvious that we need to replace a fuel line. And it's real super simple. All you need is a pair of pliers. Get it up here on the nipple of the carburetor. Let's go ahead and release the pressure by opening the gas tank cap. Give it a twist and just ease it off. Same thing here. Give it a twist and ease it off. If that fuel line becomes uncooperative and doesn't want to come off, you can always just take a razor blade and just score it. And it should pop right off. Now would be a good time to check your fuel tank grommets to see if they're in good working order. These seem to be okay. Guys, I buy my fuel line in bulk. Comes on 50-foot rolls. So basically all I do is just take my old line and measure it up against the new line and literally cut it off. One trick I've always used is just put a little bit of Marvel's Mystery Oil on that fuel line as it goes on, and it will stretch over that nipple pretty easy, because these fuel lines aren't the easiest to put on to begin with. Yeah, there we go. Nice and tight, and we know that that's going to seal. Good to go. Go ahead and hook up your fuel lines to the carburetor itself. Slide the return line back on. Good to go. Alrighty, let's pump it up one more time. 7 to 10 psi is plenty. And as you can tell, we are holding steady. Now, I'll slide the furl down, pull a vacuum, and it should hold a vacuum. Alrighty guys, so if you want a quick test to test the tank vent and make sure it's working properly, loosen your gas cap so you won't be adding pressure to the gas tank, and you should see a rise and fall as you apply pressure. Now when you apply a vacuum, you should be able to pull vacuum and that it holds. If it won't hold a vacuum, then your check valve inside the vent is faulty and you need to replace the vent. Alrighty guys, hey, I hope this content helped you out, and I know it did for some of you. But if you guys are chasing what you think are carburetor issues, and it may still be, but you've got to get the fuel system up to par before we start rebuilding and replacing carburetors. And hey, if this helped you out, please give me a thumbs up and smash that subscribe button. And while you're there subscribing, go ahead and click that bell to get all my new videos so that you stay informed. Y'all have a good day. More Medic 1. Bonus footage at the end. Haha, if it ain't one thing, it's another. I got it running great, but the clutch spring is broken. Check that out. And this clutch is just worn completely out. When this edge right here starts getting sharp like a razor blade, that clutch is gone. Plus, look right here. You ought to be able to not see this outer cage. If that clutch is worn past this outer cage right here, then it just needs to be replaced. I've got videos on how to replace these. Search for Stihl clutch replacement, and that video will help you out. Awesome. Have a good day.